So, welcome back to Hotrodguygarage, and it's been another week. So, what's happened this week? Is there a Project Freetro update? Update on the SVO? Update on the DeLorean? I don't know. So, stick along with the third intro, and we'll. So, you made it through the intro, and you're here. So, if you're not a subscriber, I'd appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. But for the rest of you, I have been working on the SVO off and on all week. Now, what does that mean? The car does run, and we've seen that in the last video. So I've been working on trying to put the missing interior pieces back in it. Unfortunately, I'm missing a bunch of screws and clips, and some of the stuff is broken. So I try and put it together as much as I can, but I do need some new things like these, little power window bezels. As you see, it's broke. So we might try to fix those today in that video. But the big thing is, I think today, we'll see if we can polish this turd. So, as you can see, paint on this thing is pretty dead. And it's rough. Sounds like sandpaper. Now, the car doesn't need a paint job, but it does look a lot rougher than what it should. So, what I'm going to do today, I'm going to take this thing and I'm going to run over it with one step, compound and polish. And we'll see what we get into. So, follow along with me. And alright guys, I'm not going to put a whole lot of effort into buffing this car, because we do have some paint damage stuff like up here, our marker lights gone, we got some rust stains on the hood. So basically, I'm just going to show you that you can polish, let's just say a turd. Now, I think run over this car real good, it'll actually clean up quite a bit and look a lot more presentable. So let's have to see what happens. Well, perhaps the paint's a little rougher than I anticipated. So, a lot of you probably screaming the way I'm buffing it. But keep in mind, guys, this car needs to be painted. And I'm just using the old wore out foam pad I've had. And, just one step. I'm just trying to see if it's worth putting any time into. So the hood's pretty bad. I got lots of acid rain damage and stuff on it. So it really needs to be went over with something a lot coarser, and probably same with tops and fenders. But the side over here shined up pretty good. So I'll flip the camera around and I'll show you that. So the side of the fender actually, turned out pretty good. You can see the fairly obvious line there. And, we still have some acid rain damage and, stuff in the paint, which is, you can see the little pits right there. So basically what I'm going to do at this point, I'm just going to hit the sides with this one step. That way I don't contaminate my pad with something a little coarser. And we'll go from there. Well, I'm kind of surprised so far. I may have greatly underestimated the paint condition on this car, but it does look a lot better. It does have a somewhat of a shine to it so far. I'm not done yet. I still got the other side door, quarter panel, the hatch, back bumper, and of course the top of the front bumper up here. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time in this thing. I've done went through like 30 microfiber towels that are just totally black. So, it does look better, at least from a distance. So, the good thing is it's back black instead of this weird bluey, gray, something or another. So, it'll make it look better for a little while, guys. At least until I can get it painted. So, thing is, when you do something like this, you just try to make it better than it was before. So, that's what I'm doing. It's a little better than it was before. So, It's not for lack of effort. So let's get back busy. So, can you polish a turd? Absolutely. Now, it's not perfect, but it does look a lot better than what it did. So, you know, you can't expect perfect results out of something that was, you know, is in poor of condition as paint was on this car. But in whole, it does look a lot better. So, just going to do kind of a little walk around right here. But you know, from 10 foot away, it looks pretty respectable. So it's easy to get caught up in that everything has to be perfect mindset that a lot of people get into and their projects never get finished. So basically, guys, I've just been working along trying to get this thing cleaned up a little bit, try to get it to look a little more respectable than what it did. And, you know, put the car back together while I decide what kind of plan I'm making. Because I still don't know what I'm doing with the car. I do know I do want to drive it a little bit. So, you know, there's a lot of things to do. So now the car's, you know, rubbed out a little bit. And, you know, I'm kind of at a point where I need to find something else to do, kind of occupy my day, because it has been kind of rainy here off and on. I think I'm going to try to plastic weld a couple of them bezels back together, which means I need to find a similar plastic to them. And maybe I can fix them and get the door handles and, you know, the lock bezels and stuff fixed. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll see. Don't even know if I can fix them, but all you can do is try. New ones are pretty cheap, but considering, you know, our friend the DeLorean's still here, that means I've not made no money. So, you know, things are pretty tight. Just bought, you know, this thing. So, I'm either going to keep cleaning on it or we'll see what we can fix. So, let's get busy. So, power window switch over here. I went to put the bezel on it. And the wires fell out back of the switch, so I had to pull the door panel back off. And, you know, it begins a big old fight that nobody ever really wants to do, but this is one of them things that happens. So, let's try round 2 and see what happens. Well, I got enough stuff scabbed together to make a complete passenger door panel. Can't say the same for the driver's side. So, I'm missing some armrest clips, some armrest bolts, and these bezels are probably a little too far gone for me to plastic weld them and, you know, not be blatantly obvious. So, I got some stuff I need to hunt down. Out of the couple of parts cars we have here at the shop, there wasn't a whole lot of hardware for a 79 through 86 car. So, you know, there wasn't none of these. So, don't know what I want to do now, but I got to find something else to do. I've thought about pulling the valve cover and having a peek in there, but it's a little late in the day to start tearing into that. So that's a bad thing about a car that's been took apart by somebody else. All the stuff gets lost, even though there's quite a bit of the stuff in the trunk. Most of the hard parts are there, but all them little fasteners and clips and stuff that are mega important are not. So, unfortunately, that stuff's not relatively inexpensive. So, let's see what happens. Well, there's not a whole lot in this video, but, you know, sometimes this stuff takes time. So, I did get the driver's door panel put back together. I forgot that the parts car had a armrest in it, so I got the clips and the screws out of it, and, you know, I went ahead and plastic welded them bezels up. So, doors all the way together on the driver's side, doors all the way together on the passenger side, and also went out there and robbed the hood latch off of it, because I'm going to show you this. This is the back of the factory hood latch. This got a C clip right here, and it has a factory looking clip on that other side. well, that bolt right there will not tighten up. So instead of, fighting with it and trying to find a clip to fix the hood latch, I just put another hood latch on it. So now the hood's latched and it opens and shuts like it's supposed to. So basically, that's going to be pretty much it for today. It's already after 5 o'clock. It's starting to get dark. It's kind of rainy. I still need to find a driver's side tail light for it. And, replace the hatch striker bolt. Because the little plastic bushing's gone, so the hatch is kind of wonky to shut also. But, these little things all add up to big things in the end. And, the car, to me, does look a lot better. More like it's supposed to. So guys, hopefully in the next video, I can procure some front brake stuff for this car and get the, well, I'm not going to say the right control arms, but an appropriate control arm, upgraded brake system. And, hopefully we can get the brakes up and we can get the car to stop. I do have the correct ECM on the way. Did turn out that it is an LA3 and it does have a Motes quarter horse chip in it. So that means somebody has tuned this car before, which just kind of adds to the mystery of it. So we learn as we go, and I'm learning what I see with the car as we go. So basically, guys, I'm going to end this video here. I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. If you have anything to comment about, comment down below. I look forward to your comments, and it helps YouTube pick up these videos. And most importantly, like I mentioned earlier in the video, if you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. It's free. It'll bring you some of my content if you do like it. Other than that, guys, hopefully I'll have an update video in the next few days, if not tomorrow. And we'll go from there. So until then, I'll see you at the next one. Thanks for watching.